the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Wednesday, the 13th of January. I'm James Spann. Feels pretty good today. We'll have some rain to wrap up the work week on Friday. The weekend, model madness. Oh, so many things to talk about. So here we go. Water vapor satellite view. Nice dry air mass in place here. The subtropical jet stream down to the south. Temperatures a little warmer than forecast today. Nobody griping about that. Birmingham 53. We expect it to be closer to 50 today. Tuscaloosa coming in at 56. I think a very good chance we see highs around 60, maybe low 60s in spots tomorrow. Should be the warmest day of the week, and the sky is sunny. Very cold air continues around the Great Lakes, where they are way below freezing even at mid-afternoon. There's the watch warning map around the nation. Things pretty quiet. Some scattered winter weather advisories in the northwestern states, and that's about it. Rain for the next 5 days, valid through Monday morning. Heavier totals near the coast. Up this way, rain amounts about 1/2 inch, and the bulk of that will be on Friday. And how about a tropical update here in January? You don't get that very often. We have a brand new tropical storm on the board that is formed. This is subtropical storm Alex. This thing is kind of between the Cape Verde Islands and the Azores. The naming will begin about the time you watch the video here, about 4 o'clock this afternoon. And obviously no impact on the United States, but you don't see named storms often here in midwinter. The last time we had a named storm in January was way back in 1978. But let's talk about the weather around here. Interesting setup here for the next week or two. Typically, that's the case in January. This is the GFS, the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at noon. You can see a troughing digging down across the lower Rio Grande. Down below that, there's a surface low beginning to form in the western Gulf. But for us, the day will be nice. Partly to mostly sunny, a very comfortable afternoon. The high around 60 in most spots. Bottom line is, if you like today, you'll like tomorrow. But here comes the rain on Friday. That surface low comes across North Florida. By midday Friday, it should be approaching Charleston. We'll see periods of rain on Friday. Maybe some thunder, but again, there's no real surface-based instability. High should be in the 50s. Rain amounts about 1/2 inch, and it's not going to rain all day. It should rain at times during the day. Now, here's the challenging part of the forecast. It's the weekend. This is Saturday, and that's dry. The day should be mostly cloudy, and I think we'll see highs up in the 50s. There's no real cold air involved in that first wave coming out of the Gulf. But we note the GFS has a surface low near College Station, Texas. Watch the progression. This is Saturday night at midnight, 12 a.m. Sunday, a 999 millibar low that is south of Andalusia, Alabama, on the Florida border. And this would spread rain for much of central and south Alabama and a chance of snow for the Tennessee Valley. And then 6 a.m. Sunday, the surface low is near Savannah. The rain-snow line drops south all the way down to Montgomery. And then at noon Sunday, the whole thing lifts out, and the surface low deepens 988 millibars over the Outer Banks. So if this is all you looked at, you'd think, goodness, we might have the first snow of the season here Saturday night or early Sunday morning. But not so fast. Let's check the European. The European. This is Sunday morning at 6 o'clock, and it's got nothing. I mean, we're about 96 hours away from this, and you rarely see the two global models. It's such a radical difference. I mean, nothing on the board. It's just cold and dry. And as we have been saying here for a long time, the European has been performing much better in the medium range. You want to check the Canadian? Sure. It's got nothing. And the NAM, the 12Z NAM, it runs 84 hours, so this goes out through Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. This is the end of the 12Z NAM, and it's basically got nothing. So the European, the Canadian, the North American mesoscale model with nothing. The GFS is a clear outlier here. And again, based on the dry air that should be in place over the northern part of the state, we're going to leave our forecast mostly dry for the weekend and discount that GFS snowstorm. But you just need to understand that there's certainly a pretty good degree of forecast questionability here. The confidence is not as high as it could be. This is the SHREF, the Short Range Ensemble Forecast Plume Viewer. And a few members try and bring in a little bit of snow Saturday night, but most of them don't. So again, at this point, we'll just let you know the possibility. If you're watching the video, you know that. We've got the American model trying to paint some snow here Saturday night. Everybody else, all the other models, nothing. And we'll leave our forecast mostly dry. Thankfully, this is over the weekend, and the impact is not as great as it would be during the week, of course. But once we get this within 84 hours tomorrow morning, we'll have a much higher confidence look at this. But again, for now, we're just going to leave the forecast mostly dry for the weekend. But we'll be watching model output carefully. All right, Monday, cold. That's a cold look. We'll be in the 30s all day if this is right. 1037 high digging down. Sunday will be pretty cold as well. Sunday could be a day with a high around 40, and Monday from Birmingham north, we could stay in the 30s all day. Tuesday morning is going to be cold. We start the day around 20, the high in the low 40s, and this is Wednesday. We start to warm up, a little rain creeping in from the west. We'll keep it going. This is Thursday of next week, the 21st, a surface low near Shreveport and Texarkana with a pretty good rain event unfolding. And this is that night, Thursday night, the 21st, the surface low near Muscle Shoals. That should be a good rain event. And again, we've seen good evidence of that, so looks like a pretty wet setup for the end of next week. And this is Saturday the 23rd. That system is out. Evidence of maybe a big snowstorm in New England, if this verifies. And this is nothing but pure voodoo this far out, of course. Check the temperatures coming up quickly here off the ensembles. You can see the cool down for late this weekend and early next week. And after that, temperatures not too far from average for this time of the year. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. If you can't catch us this evening on the live stream or the television side, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.